Welcome guys, I'm HOJ, and in today's video I'll be playing more of the mono white Lifegain deck that I've been using in Standard Ranked Ladder, and we'll be doing 5 best of 1 Standard Ranked Ladder games. So first of all, I'll kind of go over any deck updates, and then we'll do the games, and then at the end I'll do kind of a wrap up and some final thoughts. So first of all, in the video description you'll see a link there to the full playlist for this deck and also a couple other decks that I've played over the last couple days. And then in addition, you'll also see a link for the full deck list as well as the win rate percentage stats, and then also a link to subscribe if you like my content. So let's jump in. Yesterday, I was able to kind of get up to about halfway through Diamond 3, and so just really happy with the deck overall. No changes there made since yesterday. I feel like it's working pretty well. Let's just jump right into the games. I spent a lot of time yesterday. Sorry, I've got something in my throat here. But I've spent a lot of time yesterday looking at kind of a lot of the other matchups and just trying to find good like top lists for some of the other major matches in the meta. And so hopefully that'll help in the games, but let's jump in. Opening hand looks great. We've got stuff to do. Yeah, and I really like Kutzil's Flanker. It's been a nice addition to the deck, especially with the amount of graveyard strategies that are running around. It seems really good. Also, the kind of pseudo board wipe protection has been great, or at least a way of getting a creature afterwards. But yeah, it was nice looking at some of the top lists. Like I look at, I think MTG, like the top 250 arena lists from, I'll have to find the website. I'll put it in the description, but a couple different places that have been really helpful. So not sure if our opponent is here or not, but maybe we'll get a game. Hopefully it's not some kind of bug. All right, there we go. We'll lead out here with Healer's Hawk. I kind of like leading out with this just in case, they've got the first piece of removal. It's the weaker of the two, and then Lurker Bat is a little bit better. And now we can get Case the Uneaten Feast going. Okay, so with Meticulous Archive, most likely we're up against blue-white control. Okay, never mind. Looks like this is some version of the Omniscience deck, maybe? Yeah, I guess this is just like a blue-white version. I saw a Simic version running around, but I guess blue-white's out there as well. Let's just get Haliya going. Let's see. I think actually if we go Haliya into Sanctifier, just by warping in, and then we can turn on case. So I don't know if that's something we want to do instead of just getting the body out there. I think I might just get the body out there and not worry about case right now. I don't know if that's right. An Exemplar of Light's a nice pickup. Now, I don't know about the blue-white version, but I noticed in like the Simic matchup, which was a tough matchup, if we happen to draw like Sheltered by Ghosts, one of the nice targets for it is the Roiling Dragonstorm, because that's kind of their engine to power through most of the deck. So I ended up losing that game, but I noticed that taking that early on before they kind of really go off, it was just pretty... it would have been useful, at least. Maybe they're having connection issues, not really sure what's going on. So Exemplar should give us enough to get to 5. I think we just go for it. I think they just timed out. Yeah, I think they just timed out. But it's cool to see a blue-white version of their deck. I'm curious what their build is. Okay, so blue, white, green, that makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, and they're just gonna... Okay, 1-0. Although not really a normal game. They might have timed out. I'm not really sure what they were doing there. Maybe just new to the deck. I will say the Boros match has been kind of interesting. Like, it all comes down to dealing with their Screaming Nemesis before they can turn off our lifelink. Opening hand looks good. Okay, this is probably blue-white control. I saw a version of it that ran like 4 copies of Authority. And I am glad that I ended up taking that out of the deck, although it was interesting to run it for a little while. I think just being able to control when I gain life is a little more important. I can see it as like a great sideboard option against like mono red, but in best of 1, there is no sideboard. We could wait for like end of turn flanker, but I'd rather save that for an upcoming turn, I think. They do have access to counterspell now. I suppose they did last turn as well. So I think they have like 8 counters in the deck. You've got 3 steps ahead for 3 mana and then no more lies. So there's a good chance we just get countered here, whatever we do. Yeah, maybe we just go flanker end of turn. We could also go like Haliya into Sheltered by Ghosts, because there's not really a ton of good targets for this. Getting rid of their authority is kind of nice. You know, I kind of like that play and then saving the flanker. So I think let's warp this in. Maybe they counter it. They could also just have like Get Lost here, which is another possibility. But there's not really a ton of good options for Sheltered by Ghosts, so I think I'm going to go for it. And the authority is deceptively annoying. Sure. Does also turn on our case, which is kind of nice. And makes us a little harder to interact with. Okay, if they've got Pinnacle Storage, I guess that is that is the one target that Sheltered by Ghost is pretty good against. Not all versions run Pinnacle Star Cage. I guess like the ones that do end up running usually like one copy-ish. But that's a nice open window to get our Exemplar down and get some card advantage. So that was annoying, but it wasn't like the end of the world. And their Demolition Field is eagerly awaiting our Fountainport. I don't really want to commit both Exemplars without flanker mana up, so I think I'm just going to play the Fountainport here and kind of get things going with a token to draw an extra card. Like we could get back Haliya here, which would be okay, but I think we can do better. I think I'm just going to go for the Fountainport here. And then I'm going to hold it for response to their end of turn, even though we'll do one less damage. I think it's, in case they've got like the removal for the Exemplar, I want to make sure I draw the card. Okay, so they just use Elspeth to get rid of our Exemplar, which is annoying. So I think we just deploy Channeler plus Exemplar here. Although I guess if they have board wipe, it's pretty nasty. We don't have enough mana to keep flanker up, and we do have this case, so I'm not like super worried about it. So I think I'm going to go for the Exemplar here. I guess, which order do I want to play them in? I think I'm going to go Channeler first, since it's less of a threat, but is nice with starting town. And Exemplar is already pretty big, so I think I'm going to go Channeler first. And then Exemplar. And we'll peck at this Elspeth. So yeah, board wipe here is nasty, but we kind of have to flush it out anyways. Okay, that's functionally board wipe. Sure. Split Up is another card that I don't really see that often in blue-white control. So this is a different list. Like you'll see this, I think, more often in like Jeskai. But not so much. I guess since they've got the Elspeth, maybe they're like trying to like keep their own creatures alive or whatever. Okay, so do we want to crack case here? I think if we do, so we go, we have 6 mana, we can do like Haliya plus Channeler, or like Channeler plus Exemplar, but no way to gain life. I guess we'll have like Flanker. Yeah, I think the Channeler is actually pretty important so we can fly over. So I think Channeler plus Exemplar is a little better, even though Haliya is nice. I think we want to do the Channeler first, since that's more important that it lives, to fly over for the Elspeth. Actually, it doesn't really matter, I suppose, since we don't have enough mana to play around No More Lies. Oh, you know what? We did have 7 mana. That's interesting. Huh. I guess we could go like Haliya now plus Pridemate. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the Exemplar. Sure. Okay, so now with 7 mana, Pridemate doesn't do much. Let's get another Exemplar going here, and then we can go for, here, let's do it this way. Then we'll leave Flanker mana up. Need to try to finish off this Elspeth. They probably have 1 piece of removal here. Horned Lock Whale. That's fine. Two pieces of removal is pretty rough. Okay, now I think in response we're going to draw some cards. We are going to need a source of life gain. So I think we want Hinterland first. Although I guess it doesn't really matter. We just draw both cards. That works. Surprised they didn't give everything flying. That would have been better, I think. I mean, this is still really good, but Yeah, they're definitely beating us down with Elspeth. Okay, with 7 mana, so I think we go Haliya into Channeler into Exemplar. We can't really play around counters right now. Actually, I guess we do Exemplar first, just in case we draw something fun. Yeah, I think we just need to have access to Channeler here. Then we get hit for a whole lot next turn. So 12, 19. Sure. I mean, okay. This is like a way around it, I guess. If they just like hold back with Meringue and just push for 6, I guess. I mean, it's pretty ballsy if they attack with Meringue. Kind of going slow game here. I think we actually maybe just block with Flanker. Like, this thing doesn't really do anything once they start giving stuff flying. All right, we can have access to 7 or 8 mana. 8 mana lets us go 1, 2, 5, 7. Actually, we could go like 5 and then like hold up Flanker for a board wipe. I like Encampment. I like access to that. Okay, let's go for Haliya. I think we just don't hold up Flanker this turn, and that's okay. They've got 1 card in hand. It could be a board wipe, but I think we just deal with it. Now we can get a token. And if we don't have board wipe this turn, okay, they've got the board wipe. That's annoying. Yeah, I suppose they kind of telegraphed it. It's pretty good. This must be like some weird version that runs like a bunch of star cages. I guess if they miss on land and we draw into Sheltered by Ghosts, we try to take back the cage. But if they draw land, they just like blow it up for a bunch of tokens, which is annoying. So they're pretty well committing here. Actually, I guess they're still holding back like Hornlock Whale. This thing does have flash though. Let's see if we can, I think we're enough committed here that holding the flanker is probably not going to be super helpful. We want to set up our draws. We're not exactly in like a commanding position here. That's a good one. I don't know if it's good enough, but it's a start. I think now we're just committed. Unfortunately, if they've got board wipes, we're a little sunk, but I think we have to push. Now we can encampment. And I guess eat another token. I guess we get 2 tokens this way, which is kind of nice. Another channeler is nice. Again, if they've got board wipes, it's super rough. But we kind of have to try to overpower this board. Sheltered by Ghost is actually sweet. I guess we could just take the Elspeth. If we take Star Cage, there's like a danger that they like get the Star Cage back, which is super annoying. And they're planning on, I think, just making tokens right now anyways. They've got 8 mana up in response. So we could just take the Elspeth. I think they could have like another Meringue. It's possible. All right, let's start with Channeler. And then where do we want to put our Sheltered by Ghosts? Like, we're at a pretty healthy life total. We could put it, I suppose, on like the Channeler and just hit for like $1 billion. Maybe that's the move. Or we put it on like the Sanctifier and just like never get it in combat. Like there's got to be a decent chance they have like another Get Lost. You know, I'm going to go for it. It's crazy, but... Not sure it's correct. It does set up another point of lifelink for drawing a card, and I think we're willing to throw away the Healer's Hawk as well. Just in case they have like removal for this, so we ensure that we draw a card. And I think I'll throw in the flanker, since they're going to be blocking something anyways, and if I traded the token, I'm fine with that. Yep, they made $1 billion tokens. But yeah, we got to move fast here before they draw board wipes. Sheltered by ghosts. I guess we could put this on the other channeler and take like a token. I don't really want to take the meringue because that's really dangerous if things go sideways. I suppose we could take the authority. That's the other option. I think I'm just going to take one of these tokens, though. Sure. Gain a bazillion life. This is a crazy game. One way or another. This is just a pretty out there crazy game. Ah, they got the board wipe. That's annoying. Oh well. Couldn't last forever. And they do get back Elspeth, which is also annoying. Although we are at 130, so it's going to take them a little bit of time to actually kill us. So if we make tokens, they can block one with a lock whale. Oh wait, never mind. This comes in tapped. So they can block one with the anchorage, which is annoying. So we attack for 6. They block 3 of them. We can get it down to 3. Doesn't really... I think we need to gain some life here, unfortunately. It's unfortunate. Yeah, now they've got Lock Whale. It's going to be even harder. We needed like 1 or 2 more good turns with them not having a board wipe. Yeah, Elspeth is doing work, that's for sure. To start, yeah, consult the star charts for 11 is pretty solid. This card is really good. I assume it's a natural 4-of in all these decks. The double Pinnacle Star Cage is a little surprising. Let's see, if we go, we might, I think we just want to attack. Since you only have one blocker here, we'll get another Lifegain trigger. Then we can draw another card. Let's see. Yeah, they did their damage. Okay. Man, I can't believe we're still alive after that attack. That's just wild. We were at such high life total. Okay, so if we go for Haliya, I think I want the maximum amount of mana, so I'm just going to do a Haliya for 1. Yeah, sure. That's pretty rude. I think we're probably just dead here, but this has definitely been a fun game. Ooh, that's actually kind of nice. Yeah, I think they definitely got enough now. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Oh my god, did we survive? We actually survived? Oh, that's hilarious. They probably have answers for this, but whatever, we're going for it. Yeah, okay, all right. Now it's over. Fun game though. That was a sweet game, even though we lost. That was super fun. Yeah, that was great. Okay, 1-1. Ended up seeing, yeah, Split Up and Star Cage, neither of which I expected. But I guess they're out there, so it's going to be different versions. Now, we've got a bunch of enablers. We just need to draw like one of our payoff cards. Man, that game was great. Even though we lost, that game was great. Looks like Demir mid-range, maybe? Yeah. I think so. Or potentially, like, Reanimator. Maybe Sultai. Yeah, Sultai Reanimator. Flanker is the no button to this deck, and I love it so much. That is the reason we've got 4 of these in here. At least, well, it's one of the reasons. They can't go off quite yet. I think around turn 4 is when they go off. So definitely holding the flanker. Okay, nice pickup there. I think we just want to go Fountain. We want to leave our mana up, I think. Let's see. They can't just go off next turn. I think they need another turn because they don't have anything useful in their yard yet. So we could go Sanctifier here, but I think just Fountainporting is maybe a little better use of mana. Because this turn they probably go for like Steamcore Scholar to set up. Yeah. Now they put their nice target in the yard. Yeah, there's some good ones. I think they want this in the yard, so I guess since we're going to get it out anyways, we might as well, but I think we just want to save our token, so we'll just take the 1. Okay, we got to keep Flanker up. We can go for Sanctifier here. Yeah, I think we just wait. We don't attack here. Suppose we could push 3 damage. Is that worth it? Yeah, actually that's worth it because we have Lurker Bats doing stuff. Okay, so let's push. Sheltered by Ghosts. Is that useful? I mean, it deals with their Steamcore, so I guess it's okay. I think we just want more mana is the real answer. Actually, if we use Flanker, we want to have another Flanker set up. I think we just look for another Flanker. Discard a card with your turn. Okay, so they're still not quite there yet. sure. I wonder if they're just like trying to like bait it out or something, or maybe they don't have it. All right, let's draw a card. Ooh, double flanker. That's really nice. So I think we just Haliya here and then let our bat die for the card. 'Cause like this bat's not doing much. Now that we have two flankers, we can just like eat their yard at the end of the turn. And that'll give us like a turn where we can like do other things. Oh, they're going for it. Okay, here we go. So now we have a turn where we can like do stuff. What do we want to do? We could go Haliya plus Channeler plus Sheltered by Ghosts. I think I'll just play this Haliya out and then just do Channeler. Go shields down for a turn, I think. Although I suppose with Awaken, maybe if they have like the perfect setup in their hand, they can just get there. Maybe that was wrong. They go in for like round 2 with Cavero, maybe? All right, let's just set up again. I don't think they can go off next turn, not yet. Oh, I should have left this actually untapped so we could use it to get him if they attack with Steam's Core Scholar. Don't really have much use for this mana. I guess we can like Sheltered by Ghost their Meringue. I don't think they have removal. They could have another Meringue, which is sort of annoying. But we're at 33. We don't really need to worry about it, I don't think. I think we just set... I suppose actually we could take their Overlord of the Balemark. That's something we could do. This way we also have like flanker backup in case they have like the nut draw into exactly what they need. Ooh, another flanker, okay. So when this guy comes in... Oh, he has to attack first, so we have another turn? Okay. How do we want to do this? Let's turn this on. Take Sheltered by Ghost here is actually fine. Just get rid of this Overlord of the Balemark. Unless they have like removal. I don't think they have removal though. Okay, I was wrong. They had removal. That's fine. Oh, I guess we could have made another guy there to be able to draw a card. That was a mistake. That's a nice pickup. Then we've got flanker open. Get in for some life. And draw another card. Slowly but surely. So I think we throw these two under the bus. Okay, he's got another target there. Oh god, he could just like hard cast the Bringer of the Last Gift. That's nasty. Ooh. Oh god. Well, we might have just... Did he take it back? No. I thought he could just cast it there, right? I think we just throw these two in front. Actually, wait, that's a 5/5. Just block it like that. Do it again. I wonder if, like, if we let it enter and then he targets and then we have time, like a step where we can do what we did, or do we have to do it as he's being cast? I don't actually know. All right, let's go Exemplar. And then I guess we save the flanker just in case he like raw dogs into another Cavero. Although Ghalta really doesn't do much. I don't even know if we care if he plays Ghalta. So maybe we don't even care. I think just these two, and like we can trade for his Cavero, which is fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Okay, hopefully we can end it. Do we have anything in the yard? Ooh, we can get a channeler back. That's kind of fun. So if we attack with everybody here, Cavero blocks that. I think we just shove. We're at 45. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, he has nothing in the yard we care about. Let's just play another Haliya. And that should do it. I guess if he hard casts the Bringer of the Last, whatever it is, that could be a problem. Meringue. Okay. I think you're still dead, but okay. So force block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess you bought a turn. If we go for flanker, I think it's still dead though. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He goes to 1. Oh well. No way of buffing. I guess we can search for maybe another Sheltered by Ghosts. That's probably the play. We could take flanker back and just do it over one more turn, I suppose. Let's fish for it. Okay, we didn't hit it. Oh well. So he goes to 1. Guess if he like top decks it. Nope. All right, that'll do it. That was a crazy game. 2-1. This is a long series. Wow. Some of these games have just been long and drawn out, and yeah. Okay, opening hand looks great. Start with case. Okay, breeding pool. So it could be Simic Aggro, it could be Simic Omniscience. I think those are the only decks that run that. I suppose it could also be like Sultai Reanimator. So I think let's go with Pridemate here. Actually, we can go Haliya into Lurker Bat, which feels pretty good. It's an extra card, but it's a bit slower. So we might want to just start building a creature and start getting in. Nah, I think I'm just going to go for this. I like drawing cards. Like if I knew that it was Omniscience, maybe it'd be better to go for just building the threat. Okay, it is Reanimator. Ooh, he's already got the setup. We need to draw a flanker ASAP. And there it is. So he needs 2 more turns, so we have 1 more turn to kind of do stuff here. All right. So on turn 4, he tries to go off. Need a little bit more land here. Sure. Man, we really, really need some land here, but I think we have to just hold flanker. Oh, he enters as a copy. I think we have to do it now. So he can become the Ruin-Lurker Bat, sure. Flanker to the rescue. So the next turn, we just go Sanctifier into Pridemate and start building up a board. Did he just like exit? He might have just left. I think he just dipped out. So if he sticks around, he'll get his Overlord next turn at the end of the turn. Now if he times out again, I think it's just game over. Yeah, I've run into this deck a couple times, and Flanker is the answer, and I think it is definitely justified to run a full play set. But man, that blue-white match, the Azorius control matchup we had, that was a wild game. It was fun. If there's stuff that I missed, I'd love to know in the comments. It's always like games that get that crazy and that long. All right, 3-1. Final game coming. It does seem like there's been like a lot more control or like combo decks here that I've been running into over the last day or two than aggro. Maybe they're just really good right now. Hand is great. Okay, we'll start out with Case. Ooh, that's a nice pickup. Building a Pridemate is pretty cool. Drawing cards is also fun, though. I think I'm just going to go for the card draw. Don't know if it's right, but it's so hard to turn it down. So he can't cast any spells, only creatures. Yeah, you cannot target this with a Rockface Village, unfortunately. Actually, oh, that was wrong. I should have played the Pridemate first, because then we get a total of, I think, more triggers on it by playing it first. Ah, that was a mistake. It's still going to be decently large, but I forgot I had 2 triggers beforehand. So I think it would have been a 6/6 maybe? Okay, there's the Nemesis. Get your life while you can. I think we got to go Pridemate here. Even though we'll draw cards from this, we just have to get a team before he turns off Lifegain. Like, I kind of want him to attack in and not block. Like, I can't count on him to do that. Is attacking here just wrong? It might just be wrong. It's like, if we attack in, if he kills the other Pridemate, I'm happy. But he probably just goes face. We drop down to 21 and can't gain life. I think we gotta wait. See if the opponent makes a mistake. Actually, he can't cast spells. That's really funny. So he literally can't do anything with his Nemesis other than just sit there. Ah, the Hellkite. Okay, he can turn it off. So if he targets Nemesis, which is, I'm surprised, wow. Oh, and opponent control, so he can't target it with that. That's super good. All right, let's just gain as much life as possible. If we go Dalkovan Encampment, it's pretty funny. We gain 6 triggers. So these are both like enormous. And I guess he can turn off on further life gain, but actually I think let's try that. Like, it'll stop our life gain, but our guys are going to be absolutely ridiculously huge. And like, we won't draw a card, but it's pretty good. Yeah, he's just gonna phone it in. Makes sense. All right, 4-1 up to Diamond 2. This was a blast. This was so much fun. Definitely a longer video today, but these were great matches. All right, let's go ahead and look at the stats. Okay, so we are currently at 54% win rate, 67% win rate on the play, and 41% on the draw. So it is a lot better on the play, which makes sense. 52 wins and 45 losses. With the most recent change to the deck, I think it's a little higher, around like 58% in total, 7 and 5. Yeah, we just went 80% here, 4-1. But yeah, overall, we're at 54% win rate. Yeah, and then in terms of any changes we want to make to the deck, I think it's operating as intended right now. I'm very happy with it. I think the flankers were an incredible addition, which, as you saw in 2 of those matches, just completely shut out the other player. It's also really good against Is It Cauldron, and there's a bunch of other reanimation decks around, so just very happy with it. This is a great deck. If you guys want to try it and craft it, I think it's worth it. It's been doing well up to Diamond 2, and we will see you in the next video. So if you like this video and you want to see more like it, consider subscribing. Appreciate you guys.